choice.
Yeah, he does.
I didn't learn this until 7 or 8 years ago. I was doing a seminar for Harley-Davidson sales people and sales managers. And they get the same sort of objections we get, okay? Payment's too high, price too high, not enough for the trade, don't want to put down any cash. Now, it's a different sale because people don't need a Harley, and Harley people are very different people. But anyway, I'm doing this seminar, and this old boy raises his hand. Kevin Vaughn. See, Kevin, I'm still giving you credit for this. He goes, I think I got one better than you, Steve. And I thought to myself, that's impossible. I didn't say it out loud, but that was my thought. But every time you think you're the smartest guy in the room, you ain't the smartest guy in the room. He showed me the single most effective payment justification strategy I'd ever seen. Now, it is not difficult mathematically, but you got to know the story. So I'm going to start with you, Doug. You're going to pick a cash down. I'm going to highlight the column, and you're going to say the payment's too high. Okay? And I usually would go through other strategies before I got to this one, unless I was in a hurry, because this one's pretty much a slam dunk. But I'll show you how to do it. And I've got it in the book, all the verbiage and all the graphics, because it requires some graphics. I mean, I'm going to draw a check. I'm going to draw a bank. I mean, they're little squares. I'm going to draw a car title. But these are important for visuals for the customer. All right, Doug, $5 grand, 11.4, or 17.4. Which one's going to work best for you?
So let's do the 5.
Okay. Right here are your choices. High payment, save the most money. Low payment, financial freedom and flexibility, and best of both worlds. Put a check mark by the one that works best for you. Okay, that right down. Then we'll get your new Explorer ready for delivery.
Well, I like the car, but the payment's too high.
Okay, can I assume it's the 60-month payment of $1,040?
Yes.
Okay, I understand. So what you're telling me is you're buying a $51,000 vehicle. You're not paying that because we've discounted it and there's a rebate, but it is a $51,000 vehicle, and that's how residuals and depreciation are calculated. And you're telling me you don't want to pay $1,040 a month for 60 months, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Look, there are certain things people know and certain things that most people don't know. For example, this $51,000 vehicle, it's going to depreciate, isn't it? Yeah, everybody knows that. But did you know that every time you stroke a check, every month that you write a check for $1,040 and you sign that check and you make it out to a lender and you send it to said lender, did you know that there's a savings element to that car payment?
No.
You think the bank's going to keep it all, don't you?
Well, they'll probably invest it.
Well, no, they'll invest it, but some of this money's coming back to you. What most people don't understand is every time you stroke a check for this vehicle, you are building cash value in this vehicle. So, when you make the 60th payment, Doug, what comes back to you in the mail a couple weeks later? The title to that vehicle. And it's called Free and Clear because it's only got one name on it, and that's your name. Now, the question I have for you, this is a $51,000 vehicle. Vehicles are depreciating at a slower rate now than ever before. If you drive the vehicle like you intend on driving it, but you don't crash it and you don't trash it, when you make that 60th payment, what do you think this $51,000 vehicle will be worth?
Half.
Maybe 18.
I think that's extremely conservative, but let's use it. Now, 5 years from today, actually 5 years and 30 days from today, you've got a free and clear title. You don't have a car payment. And I submit to you that you have not paid $1,040 a month to drive this vehicle. You've paid significantly less. You have a calculator handy? Divide 18,000 by 60. I can do that in my head.
Sure, calculator.
I got you, Doug.
Does your calculator not work?
Divided by 6.
700 a month.
It's 300, right?
Yeah.
You know what that $300 a month represents?
How much you actually pay for it?
Now, every time you send a check to that lender for $1,040, metaphorically speaking, $300 of that car payment is flowing right back to your title. So in effect, you're paying $1040 to own it, but what you're paying to drive it is $740 a month. That's your net payment. I need you to okay that right there. Now, does everybody understand what I just did there?
Yeah,
Is it mathematically correct?
Yep.
it is.
Do customers look at car payments like that?
No, not at all.
Until the motorcycle guy introduced it to me, I had never looked at a payment like that. But part of that money is coming back to the customer.
So what was the real number? Was it 18 or was it half of the price of 51?
Who knows?
Oh, well, okay.
Or does it matter?
No, you've asked a good question. When he first introduced this to me, I had a book this thick of residuals, okay? So when I'd go in to work as a closer in one of the stores I worked as a closer in, I'd take my residual book. And I would just go to, because it's awesome on new cars, it's killer on used cars, because used cars have already taken a big part of the depreciation. Well, one day I forgot my book. So I said, what am I going to do? I said, well, I'll just ask the customers what they think the vehicle will be worth when they finish paying for it. Now, do you think they might be? Doug was actually very low. I think 5 years from now, a $51,000 Explorer would be worth more than 18, or is that pretty close?
That's pretty spot on.
Okay, so fine. Most people would do what Damon said, well, maybe half. All right, and then I just take that number and divide it by the term of the loan in months. And that's the amount of money that is literally flowing to the title every single month. I subtract it from the gross payment, and I call it a net payment. So, Doug, you'll pay $1040 to own it, but you're only going to pay $740 to drive it. What's easier to say yes to, $1040 or $740?
740.
$740.